Hello, everyone. I am making my daily ramble. I'm kind of like all bundled up, so I just got back from my meeting. It is 19 degrees outside. I'm wearing my ugly jacket. I don't care. It's so like comfy wumpy. Yes, I did just say that. I have a tendency to rhyme. So anyways, but I'm wearing, clothes and not doing like a nude or a topless daily ramble, because there are some things that I'm going to be talking about that I don't think are appropriate for me to be nude while discussing. So before I get to the meeting, I did want to address some things because I'm pretty sure there are some people from this forum. Okay, without saying the forum's name, I am aware that a certain .net is back. Congratulations. I know you guys had posted on Twitter that you guys were taken down for a little bit, so I am really happy that you are back. I know that was a pain in the butt, I'm sure. I don't know why you guys were taken down. I only found out you guys were back actually because of Lily. So Lily came over to my house and she was like asking me some stuff, and she's like, hey, I saw this on the forum, and I guess some things were wrote about her. Not bad things, she was just telling me about it. I was like, oh, I didn't even know this forum was back. But I did happen to go to my forum, and I did want to clear some things. Not bad, not upset or anything. Just sort of made me go, not quite. So I did see, I know that some people on my OnlyFans are a part of this forum, so hi. But I did see that someone had made a comment that I was essentially doxxed. If you don't know what you don't know, it's not a big deal, but because there are some people that are on this forum that are on my OnlyFans, I did want to talk about it. I don't remember my login name. Otherwise, I was contemplating writing in there, but I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to like start anything. So I was like, well, I'll just, say it here. I think that the word dox is getting kind of maybe misconstrued or things like that. Because another person mentioned it, and I was like, well, that's not what the definition means. But no, I was not doxxed at all. Just was the first time where, I was with my husband on base, and he was getting penned, and there were people there that recognized me. And it started going through the chain of command, and rumors started flying, that, hey, First Sergeant so-and-so's wife is on social media. Do you know that? Do you know she has a Twitter and an OnlyFans? And that is how it happened. And that's all that happened. He was called in, and he ended up setting up little meetings with his entire section and let everybody know, hey, I'm not gonna lie, that's what my wife does. If anybody has a problem, questions, anything, I'm open, I understand, this is awkward, this is weird, she likes what she does, I know that's what she does, this isn't something that's like new to me, obviously my husband's gonna be on board with everything, because if you've been with me for a while, you know that I am extremely loyal to my husband, very dedicated, very loyal, would never cheat on him, would never stray. The very thought of anything happening to my husband like literally crushes my heart, so I would never do anything. And I would never start, doing social media. I didn't even start Instagram until he and I talked. Honestly, we didn't think it was going to go anywhere. We really didn't. It was back in 2017, and April 24th, 2017, I think was actually the day I started. I had a month prior gone to 1600 cc's, and everybody on this particular Facebook group was like, hey, Brittany, you should make an online page, because it'd be nice for people to see, hey, you could be a mom, you could be a wife, and you can not I don't have a size 2 body. I have a lot of stretch marks and cellulites and rolls and things like that. But I love my life, I love my husband, I love what I do, and I just happen, to have really big boobs. I have like a fetish for it. I really like it. Like, I love big boobs. It's just as simple as that. Like, there's no big thing about it. I just like big boobs. So that's how my social media started, but I made sure to talk with my husband. My husband it's not a control thing. It's just my husband and I are a team for everything. We're a team when it comes to cooking food. We are a team for everything. There's no skeletons whatsoever hidden from my husband. In fact, whenever I have dated any guy in the past, on like the first dates, I'm the psychopath that will go on a date and tell you everything about my life and scare your ass away. That's how, like, I have always been that way. I've always been the type where I didn't want to start dating someone and then all of a sudden, poof, you find out something about me that makes you question, you know, your loyalty to me or if you can trust me. So I was like, no, we're getting this shit all out in the open. On the first date, my husband and I discussed a lot of stuff when we were dating. So that's just, you know, how I am. That's who we are. And any issues, any problems that we have had along the way, we are a team and we work it out together. Does that mean that we are a perfect couple? Hell no. I've gotten yelled at. I have stuck my foot in my mouth and I've said some really nasty things to him and he has said some really nasty things to me. We make it work. We apologize. We give each other a breather. We have about 1 million marriage books and we've been married for 11 years, together for 12. So with that being said, there is nothing that he doesn't know that I do. There is no comment that he doesn't see on social media. He sees everything. He knows everything. I involve him in everything. So also wanted to get that out there. I have been to my husband's units in the past. I usually shy away. I usually like to be behind the scenes. Even before I had any boobs. When we were living in Florida and I was a 32A cup, I have posted some photos on here and on other pages of how I looked. There's like a particular photo where I'm like wearing like a sheer flower shirt and I have a headband on and it's kind of like a selfie thing and I am flat as a board. Actually that day I was going to my husband's hail and farewell. So I have been, you know, to my husband's functions and things like that, but I've never been the type of person to like really get involved. I don't see myself as that. And I'm a proud Army spouse, but being an Army spouse is not how I identify myself, if that makes any sense. So being behind the scenes and letting my husband take care of his work, that's important for me. And that's just how we go about it. When all of this came out and everybody found out, it was fine. Like 2 months later, after everyone found out, you know, right now, at his job now, I had a ball. I had a Christmas ball to go to with my husband. And, you know, there was no problem. Everyone has been insanely kind in my husband's section, in his unit. I know everybody. I've been involved in some of the things at his work recently. I'm getting more involved in stuff. So it's kind of nice. It was actually kind of a blessing in disguise to have all of this come out, because now we can confidently say that no one can get anything on my husband. Like no one can pin that against him. No one can use that against him and blackmail him. So, which was a concern of mine. It really was a concern of mine. And it was something where neither one of us thought about it until after I was already on social media, until after people started saying, hey, I think I may have seen you. Hold on 1 minute. I don't think so, Missy. You're pulling this. No, ma'am. She's pulling at my tablecloth, and because it's like silk, well, it's not silk, I don't know what this material be, but it's like nicking. She's looking for it and it's like moving the phone. Oh, I feel so bad now. I'm a bad mom. Oh, she's laid and collapsed. I'm gonna move my coffee over here. I see that ending poorly and she knocks my coffee over. Shell Bells, can you say hi? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My cat, y'all. Okay, so anyways, so I did not get doxxed. That's not what happened. From my understanding, the definition of doxing is when very private, personal information, like your home address, like your phone number, like your real identity gets, you know, unleashed, or gets, somebody says it and they don't have your permission to. From my understanding, I think that's quite literally the definition of doxing, is when I don't give you guys that personal information and then somebody goes out and does it and says, hey, I'm giving this personal information out. Like, for instance, there's a YouTuber that I really liked, still like, and she's a beauty YouTuber, and for the longest time, no one knew that she was trans. It wasn't something that anybody talked about, anybody knew. She never discussed it. Just, you know, she's a girl. No one thought about it until somebody found out and used it against her and doxed her, and then came out on social media and said, by the way, so-and-so is trans. And that was when she was not comfortable at that time revealing that information. So that is doxing. So I just want to get that right out in the open. That's what doxing means. If you know me and you've been around a while, you know that there is nothing anyone can do to dox me. Because as I stated with my husband, when we started dating, I was diarrhea of the mouth and telling everybody everything about me, or telling him everything about me. I do that with you guys. So you really can't dox me. Well, I mean, my personal address and my phone number, okay, sure. But I tell everyone everything. So there's nothing that you guys can do to dox me, or anybody else, really. And so there was another comment on this forum, which brings me to my next point. Someone made a comment, and he said, well, she doxed herself at Dr. Damascus' obituary, so LOL. Which, I don't know, he's kind of got like a thing out for me. Occasionally he'll make some comment about me and it's not really ever polite. And I kind of called him out one time and he's like, well, I've only done it once or twice. And I didn't reply back, but I'm like, dude, you did it like 6 times and I screenshot every one of them because I know your type. So I let that go. That was like 2 years ago. I didn't really get involved with the forums. The only time I ever really say anything on these forums, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's an online forum. And it just has a whole bunch of big boob people in the porn industry, amateurs, fitness models, glamour models, all different types. Cam girls, escorts, all different types. So, and I'm under the XXL or something like that. So when he said, well, she doxed herself at Dr. Damascus' obituary, I was like, of course you would say that, eye roll. So that's not what happened. I didn't dox myself. So, because I saw that he's either mentioned something about my OnlyFans, I assume he's either snooped or whatever. Hi. I would appreciate in the future if you would just like, you know, just calm down when you're like getting upset at me. I don't know what I did to you. But you're like, anytime you make a comment about me, you're almost always pissy at me. And I'm like, dude, what did I do to you? I swear. I want to ask all these people who get pissed off at me. There's one guy on Twitter and oh my God, I saw he like has been following me. He was following me for a while and he made like 2 comments that weren't mean, but they were like fine. And this was like a few years ago. And then all of a sudden it was, is this the best you could do? She's fake. She's awful. And anytime I got featured, like any feature, he would spend hours going and searching my name and would comment just only bad things on my stuff. Say I have stretch marks and things like that, but then would like another photo of a girl who had stretch marks and say, I love your stretch marks. You look so beautiful. But then on mine, ew, her stretch marks are ugly. She's so fake. She's so awful. And it got me down for such a long time because I was like, you're so amazingly kind to every person on this planet but me. Like, you go hardcore after me, this guy on Twitter does. And I was like, what the fudge did I do to you? And it was to the point where it was like 10 features a day that he would go out and stalk and find and then just comment. and say like the most ruthless things about me. Ew, next, ew, awful. And I'm just like, God, I have no idea. I asked him several times, what did I do to you? Like, to have such a, what's the expression, a hard on or whatever it is for me, a hang up, just to be so furious at me to like want to, I was like, oh my God. And I told him so many times, I was like, please tell me, what did I do? I mean, because like, I was actually getting super hung up on this. So, my cat. Hi. She's just doing this. Shelby. Oh, okay. So anyways, getting back to the whole forum thing. I didn't dox myself at Dr. Damascus' obituary. Pretty much everyone knows my last name. In fact, on here, on OnlyFans, like a few months ago, it's still there. I asked, does anyone know my last name? Let's play a game. Guess what the first letter starts with. You know how many people said my last name who know my last name? For crying out loud, I have signs in my house that say my last name. So I was just like, oh God, you're gonna look like a fool. Because that's not what happened at all. I don't care that people know my last name. Do you know how many? So I have a personal Facebook, and it's only for very, very, very close friends and only family. Like I went through my list and got rid of like pretty much everyone. So if you're not like close family, if you're not family or like really close friends, you're not on my Facebook. But do you know how many people have found me on Facebook? It's not a big deal. Like I really don't care. I didn't dox myself. So that's not the definition of dox. So you could tell I was starting to get irritated. I was like, God, come on. I was like, why are you always after me? Watch, he's the same guy from Twitter. That's him. I bet you that's him. Same mannerisms too. Only goes after me. I'm just like, dude, seriously, what the heck? Lay off. But anyways, so yeah, I just kind of wanted to get that out in the open about the whole doxing thing. And I did see that somebody went on and kind of like corrected and said what they mean by doxing. Yeah, so I don't like that definition, especially because I'm very open with everyone about like legit everything. So when I go live, I have told people, everyone knows my cycle. So that should tell you how open I am. And someone on my last OnlyFans live is still here, by the way, was like, why don't you stick a toy in your ass? And I was like, I haven't gone to the bathroom yet. You don't want that. I mean, like, I'm just that open. I don't really have a filter, and I just don't beat around the bush. I'm not an unkind person, so it's not like that. But I don't know. I just don't know how to shut my trap. I really don't. I'm way too open and way too honest, and that gets the better of me because then people will try and use that, and I'm just like, go ahead. You can't really do anything to me. That's why I am so open and honest. Actually, that's not why I am. I just am in general, but it works for me. Not everybody is going to be completely open and honest, and in fact, a lot of people have taken a lesson from me, and they're like, oh, hell no. We see what Brittany gets. We ain't doing that. So, just to end, this part on it, yes, my actual name. Sorry, I just got an update and a text about something. Oh, yeah. Yay! I'm so excited, I gotta tell y'all. The text I just got. Okay, so hold on. My real name is Brittany. My real middle name is Elizabeth. My last name I have said a few times by mistake at first, but everybody pretty much knows it now. I'm not going to go sit here and advertise it, but if people find out, they find out. It's not a big deal. And especially now that it's all out in the open, like who cares? Actually, that's fine. My last name is Welsh. I mean, no one it's already out there. People already know. One of the reasons why we kept it secret was just because of my husband's work. But now that ours is already out there ain't nothing anybody can do. So, Brittany Elizabeth Welsh is my name. If you don't believe me, I can pull up my birth certificate. I'll just cover up my maiden last name because I'm not getting my immediate, like my dad, and my mother and my siblings involved in all that. But yes, so that is my name. And no, I'm not doxing myself. But yes, before I get to the meeting this morning, I'm so happy. I ordered an air fryer. I'm so late to this, but I started seeing like all these recipes and I was like, mouth watering, we have to get an air fryer. And my husband's like, okay, let me look at some of them. And so he saw the recipes or the videos and he's like, that actually looks really good. And then I was watching one on Friday night and I was like, that's it. We are buying an air fryer. So that night I bought one from Williams and Sonoma. So I was going to get it from Amazon because I'm an Amazon girl, but the one that I was going to get off of Amazon, a lot of people said they were getting used instead of new. And I was like, forget it. I'll just go on to Williams and Sonoma and I'll just order from there. Happened to find that one and actually it was a little bit cheaper. So I was like, interesting. But anyways, the recipe that just like sent it over the edge for me that I was like, we're getting it tonight. I shouldn't like, get your shoes on, buddy. We're going to buy one. But the recipe, I saw it on Instagram. Oh my goodness. You take a banana, like lengthwise, and you just cut it like this, lengthwise. And you take 2 pieces of bread, because I'm going to give you like exact, what they showed. Put peanut butter on it. Take the longer slices of bananas and line it up on your bread on top of the peanut butter. Then take honey. Shoop, on the bread. Then take cinnamon. And I love cinnamon. I am a cinnamon freak. And sprinkle your cinnamon on it. Open up your air fryer. I've seen where people just absolutely just coat the bottom of the air fryer, and then I've seen where people have like the big coffee filters. They make them for air fryers. So you know how the coffee filters, the traditional coffee filters, they're circle and have like little. Gotta really put that back in. Well, they make really big ones for air fryers. So, anyways, put your air fryer filter down there, or just spray the air fryer with Pam. Put your pieces of bread on there with everything, and voila! I have no idea how long to cook for. I didn't get that far. Like as soon as I just saw the recipe, I just like saved it, and I was like, yes, we're doing get in my belly now. So I bought it. Plus, there are these frozen hot wings that I used to get. I haven't had them in years. But like when we were I don't think we have had them since Florida. You could get them at like Costco, Safeway, Commissary, anywhere really. But they're like there's frozen hot wings and they're like mild hot, whatever. Oh my freaking goodness. I would stick them in the oven and then just eat them and so fantastic. Putting those in the air fryer, I was like, that's gonna be good. Everybody says they use the air fryer for like a little bit because it's new and exciting to them and it just sits up on the counter. So that's why I was like, well, I'm not gonna go out and spend, I saw air fryers that were like $400 and I was like, no, I'm not doing that for something that I've never used and I'm not even quite sure if I'm gonna like or not. Pretty sure, but don't know. So bought that and I just got the text right now, saying, good news, your order has shipped. So I'm like, oh yeah, and one more thing, I posted this in my post. I bought a Sybian. Am I saying it right? A Sybian. When I tell you, so didn't get into this, I don't think I posted about this, but Lily came over and we were sitting in the car and we were talking about all the torsos and everything that I've had. And she was like, don't use those anymore. Number one, they harbor a lot of bacteria. She's like, it's just not good. So I will tell you, I buy mine off of Amazon, the torsos that I have, and they are $2.70, and I have bought 4 of them now. 4 of them. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And it just got to a point where I was like, what am I going to do? So I was talking to her and she was like, get a Sybian. And so I was like, why do I know but don't know this? What is this? Refresh my memory. And so she like showed me and I was like, Oh yes, I need it. So, went online and I was like, "Ooh, Nelly, they be expensive, but they'll be worth it because if you're paying $270 and 280, every single time, I mean, it's going to continue to add up. So I was like, may as well just pay for something that's really good and it has like a 5-year warranty or some crazy warranty like that. So imagine having your machine break down though and sending that in. I'm just like, what, like, how? Yeah, who goes through the process of fixing that? That would be interesting. So that's my only thing, because I've never had a machine, like an actual writing machine or anything like that, where you plug in. Like, one of the reasons why I like the torsos. If they just get, messed up, you just get a new one. So, I don't know. This will be interesting. I am so damn excited. Like, when I saw videos of it, I started to get kind of wet. And I texted my husband and I said, I'm actually getting aroused by this. Dudes, you have to go and watch the instructional video on Sybian's website for this. I was getting aroused by this woman talking about it. This woman is fully clothed and looks like, she's in her late 50s, early 60s. If she's not, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She just looked, she was older, more mature. And she was giving an instructional video on this. And she was fully clothed. It's not like she was writing it or showing anything, but she was taking out of the box, was talking about the manufacturer warranty, and has such a calm sort of, we're all accepting vibe to her. And I'm just sitting here going, God, I kind of want to take my clothes off. I was like, you're good. There is a reason why they picked you. You make me just want to reach into the screen and grab that Sybian and start going buck wild. So, yeah, you need to watch that. Y'all are going to watch it and be like, Brittany, well, you have some really fucked up issues. True. We know this already. So anyways, all right. I'm excited about that. It's supposed to come tomorrow. It's UPS, and I have to sign for it. So I was like, oh, well, shit. You know it's official when, like, you have to sign for it. I swear, thank God it's discreet. Can you imagine being the one to hold that box as the UPS driver, male or female, and you see the word Sybian, and you're just like, I know what that is. You're not fooling anybody. Like, how do you're just like, sign please, here. I thought about that too. I would so never do it, but oh my God, I get so many packages where sometimes, actually often, it's not discreet as to what it is. Like, to be the person to have to leave that package or to give it to you has got to be something wild. Like, what do you say? Let me know if you like it. How awkward would that be? I'm waiting for the day I get a package delivered. Or like my Amazon driver. I get so many Amazon packages, and there's got to be some times where he's just like, what does this woman do for a living? Because everything is coming to Brittany. Like, she's doing something. She's got a little something going on. Until I open the door and I'm in a sports bra, and they're like, oh, okay. Although, I have had some Amazon people, like, hear me, so maybe they already know. Who knows? I'm not full of myself at all, am I? You don't recognize me? You don't know who I am? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then they're like, no. What an ego. Eric, a shot to your ego, right? Should I know who you are? You ever see those, like, movies or those, some celebrities are like that, do you not know who I am? I'm like, oh my God, I could never say that. Because it takes that one time that you have such, like, a high opinion of yourself before someone to be like, no, should I know who you are? Or worse, yes, we know who you are, and no, we don't care. That would be even worse. So, okay. Anyways, back on topic. I have no idea how long this video is because my text is still right there and I don't want it to turn off on me. I don't think it will. If it shuts off, I'll record again. Okay, all right, 29 minutes. Wow, that's a long daily ramble. It's been a long time since I've actually made a daily ramble, but there has been so much shit. When I say shit, I mean literal shit. Well, okay.